Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to Voice Body Kirtan tonight. I'm so glad you're here. Yay. You guys are welcome to speak push if you want, but if you want to have your back supported or if you want to grab a yoga mat, that's fine. Okay, I'm juggling so many fun things today and I'm really excited. Who wants shakers? I'll give you the nod when it's time to start shaking a shaker, tambourine. So we've got a couple people online. We've got 5 people besides me in the room in here. I've got a couple of friends visiting, which is super exciting. So, okay, here we go. So, the theme for tonight that I thought would be nice to work with is, yeah, I guess that is kind of loud, but it's probably okay, yeah, because otherwise we're gonna get really hot, I assume will be the deal. It's probably okay. We're gonna start making some sound soon anyway. So the theme for tonight is devotion, which really is what Kirtan, what chanting is all about, right? Is that it comes from our heart. And so I'll share a little bit of my own story and how I got into this too, especially since, you know, I've just met some of you guys. So I was a good singer growing up, and so got praised for that, and you know, wound up like really cultivating the be a good singer stuff, and like taking lots of singing lessons, and you know, getting praised in the ways that you do for singing opera songs well, or musical theater or whatever, right? And so that was really exciting. It was an exciting way to grow up, but it was also an interesting way to lose my connection to my voice to some degree, really, right? Because when you start trying to do something technically instead of letting it come from your heart, right? It's very easy for the technical to get in front of the heart part, and then it's out of balance, right? I think that the technique has to be in service of what's flowing from our heart, right? And so it's funny, I was thinking, actually, I was having an imaginary conversation in my brain with one of my singing teachers a couple of weeks ago, now that I think about it. And I was thinking back to 10 years ago when I was in his class at USC during my undergraduate degree. And I think he was trying to say to me, Elissa, like, just sing from your heart. Just like, what are you singing about? Who are you singing to? And if I could now talk to him, which I can, I could just call him on the phone and be like, hey, guess what? I would say, like, okay, I hear you now 10 years later, you know? Like, I finally get that the technique had gotten out in front, and that's what he was hearing, right? And so whether we come from this background of having this like long ongoing relationship to singing that we felt good at it, or whether we have this long ongoing relationship that we felt totally inept at it, which usually we kind of fall to one end of the spectrum. We either got told keep making sound or stop making sound. I think that this chanting practice can bring us somewhere back to the middle. And it can bring us back to the middle when we go back to this idea of devotion. Matan's on the call, that's awesome. Hi, Matan. We can go back to this idea of devotion and letting it pour from our heart. So the concept of voice body kirtan, what we're doing tonight, is that I'm bringing together the voice body techniques that I've been teaching for a long time about, you know, moving and experiencing what it feels like to make sound in a free, easy way. But now we're also bringing in the Sanskrit sing-along chanting and singing other stuff too, right? So we'll do a warm-up, and then we'll do some chanting, and then we'll do a cool down, because actually cool down's a really important part of the process that a lot of us skip. Like, in the same way that if you ran a marathon, you wouldn't just, you know, walk away and be like, cool, I'm going to eat a like huge dish of pasta right now. You would stretch for a little bit. We want to do the same thing for our voice, because a lot of times the reason we actually get into trouble with our voices is that we have been using them in an athletic way, and then we go to sleep, and it's still all doing the athletic thing overnight, right? So if we let things go, if we release ourselves before we go back into our lives or into sleep mode, that's really important. This is the harmonium. This is my harmonium. Her name's Philomena. And okay, so the question that I'll ask right now, and let's all just close our eyes for a moment. I know it's warm in here in this New York City 9th floor of a older building. But let's take a deep breath in and sigh it out through your mouth. Oh, gorgeous, you guys. Good. Take a deep breath in Sigh it out through your mouth. One more breath in. Sigh it out through your mouth. Lovely. And then bring your attention down into your heart, which for tonight we're going to tap into as the core, as the center, the seat of devotion. And ask your heart, what am I singing for tonight? You can choose a person that you want to sing for. You can choose a country or a place on this planet that needs our love. You can choose an intention that you have. But what are you singing for tonight? And we'll keep coming back to that. And so now if you want to stand up, or if you want to just sort of sit up right where you are, you can gently open your eyes. We're just going to do a little bit of a physical warm-up. So gently open your eyes when you're ready. Bring your arms wide and open. Yes, good. So, and I'm going to make sure that I can still be seen here. Open your heart up to the sky. Good. And let that be an inhale. And then exhale, curl your body in and bring your arms forward. Good. Inhale, open your heart wide. Let that be a breath in. That movement brings the breath in, and exhale, curl it in. Gorgeous, you guys. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, curl it in. Amazing. Inhale, open it up. And exhale, curl in. So basically, we're just moving our heart right now. We're moving from our heart. Come back to the center. And let your left arm come up and let your heart move over to the right side into a stretch. Good. And inhale back up to the center. Let your right arm come up and go into a stretch the other direction. You guys on the screen are doing awesome. Hello, folks at home. You guys are doing fabulously. Back to the center. And then bring your hands clasped behind you and stretch your heart towards the ceiling. We're going to move into some sound now. So inhale here. Sigh it out on an open ah that falls up and out. Ah. Gorgeous. I love it. And bring your left arm up and over one more time to the right. And this time, take your right hand, your other hand, bring it to the outside of your rib cage. Pat the outside of your rib cage and make some sound. I love it. Other side. And open it up. We'll add the one that goes forward. So interlace your hands and curl your heart and your chest in. Good. And then bring your hands behind. Make sure they're on your ribs, not too low on your back, on your kidneys, and do a little bit of Tarzan back there. And then interlace those hands behind you, send your chest up towards the ceiling. Inhale, and bring your hands back around Tarzan on the front of your chest. Amazing, good. Just a little bit of a bounce with your heart. Just bounce where you are. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Bounce, and let your voice hang around for a minute. So just go. Amazing, good. Just before we finish our warm up, let's just do a little bit of stuff with our face so that all of that energy flowing through our heart has somewhere to go. So chew your lips around on an M sound. Chew your lips up. Chew your lips down. That was your head going down, everyone. Chew your lips down. Chew your lips to the left. Chew your lips to the right. Stick out your tongue, say ah. Ah. Imagine that there's a line of energy from your heart up out your mouth that goes ah. Here we go. Ah. You can even do this hand gesture. Ah. Very nice. Make your face and your hands really wide. Ah, and then teeny tiny like a mouse. Good. Whole body really wide, like a lion. Ah, and like a mouse. Massage your jaw. You're awesome. You guys are great. You're doing so great. Yes. Massage your temples. Yeah, inhale and slide out. Massage your scalp around on your skull. Good. Amazing. And then just do any last movements you need to do that would feel good for you. Amazing. All right. Let me check in with the people on the phone. Is everything sounding okay? You can hear everything well? Sound quality is good? Awesome. I love that. Okay, great. So let us go ahead and start in with some chanting. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to pull up, I'm going to share the screen and pull up some lyrics, and we should all be able to see them. If I go into full screen, oh yeah, we can still see us. Oh good, how beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna start today with a chant to Shiva. Okay, so you guys can see that pretty easily here. Yay, it's all working. How fabulous. Okay, so let's go over this. So Shiva is the Lord who is the destroyer, the God who is the destroyer. Shiva is thought to be the highest God really in a lot of ways because of course the power of destruction can end everything. So then Shiva is very, very powerful, right? So you've probably heard this phrase Om Namah Shivaya before if you've done any chanting. Om Namah Shivaya, Andy and I were actually talking earlier today. I was like, how would you translate that? Because it can get translated in so many different ways, right? So it's basically power to Shiva in the highest, or it's invoking Shiva's name. With these, with Sanskrit, the power of Sanskrit, and I talk about this, most weeks when we do this, is that it's not just, like the English language has meaning. Sanskrit has meaning and the sound itself literally means, right? So Shiva's name, the S-H-E, all those sounds are in there because there are sounds related to the destructive power of Shiva, right? And Nama, like it's interesting, even as I was typing this into the PowerPoint today, it kept wanting to change the word Nama to name. It wouldn't let me write Nama. And I was like, yes, you understand Sanskrit, predictive text, very good, right? Nama is about name, like that a lot of our English words come from, have roots in Sanskrit, right? So like, hail invoking the name of Shiva, right? Om. And the mantra Om, you'll see so very often in these different Kirtan chants that we do, because Om is the universal mantra. It is the primal mantra. It's the sound of the universe. And using it in juxtaposition with other things gives those things power, right? We want to use Om in juxtaposition. So, well, we can, we don't have to. So we're going to sing Om Namah Shivaya. Go ahead and say that with me. Just say the words with me. Om Namah Shivaya. Very nice. And we're going to repeat that 4 times. So let's do that. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Good. And this also, so there's things that we do also when we're speaking in everyday language that we sometimes like don't buzz our V as well as we could. Like we'll say, I've actually had this issue saying 2 names recently that are similar, Ravi and Rabi, right? I have 2 friends who are Ravi and Ravi, right? And it's interesting because all people listening to me say those names will mix them up because they can't hear the difference between the B, which is 2 lips exploding, and the V, can you guys feel, which is your teeth and your lip touching and creating that buzzing sound. So also these mantras, give yourself a chance to really make all of these sounds very fully, yeah? Good. So we have lots of chances with the V because next we go Shiva, 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 Shivaya Nama Om. Go ahead and do that with me. Shiva, 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 Shivaya Nama Om. So basically same words we just had transposed in a different order, right? And then we have Hara. Now the R sound in Sanskrit is what's called a tap or a flap. So it flaps up against the roof of your mouth, that R sound, and then it comes right back down, right? Say that with me, Hara. Hara. It's almost like a D, a little bit, Hara. Hara. Yeah, very good, Hara. So hara, 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 hara. Go ahead.
Hara, 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 hara.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
And that word hara is literally, it's taking away. So if you think about the power of destruction, it is taking something away, right? And then the last part we have is Shiva, 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 Sada, Shivaya. Go ahead.
Shiva,
Shiva, Shiva, Shiva, Sada, Shivaya. Beautiful. So the idea being, Sada is like the word auspicious, basically. So Shiva, you're auspicious to us. Yes, you're steer and high. Okay, amazing. So we'll put this into context now. And there was one other thing I thought of that I was going to say, but it's not coming to me. So if it comes to me, I'll let you know. Okay. All right. Let's just start with some ohms first before we dive in to the mantra. Start nice and tall, find the length through your spine. And we'll chant the sound of Om 3 times. Here we go. Empty your breath down to the bottom. Let the next inhale in. So the first part goes Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Let's repeat that. Namah Shivaya, Om 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 Namah Shivaya. Last time. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Gorgeous. So the next part then, it goes, and let me actually flip the page to make sure I'm doing everything correctly. So we have Shiva, 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 Shivaya Namaha. 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 Very good. The next part goes. Hara, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Hara, Hara, I'll do it. You do it. Next session, I'll do it. You do it. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Second section. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Shiva, 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 Shivaya Namaha. 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 Hara, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Hara, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva, 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 Sara Shivaya. Shiva, 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 Sara Shivaya. Then back to the top. Now think about what you're singing for. What are you singing for? Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Shiva, 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 Shivaya Namaha. Shiva, 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 Shivaya Namaha. Hara, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Hara, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva, 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 Sara Shivaya. Shiva, 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 Sara Shivaya. Okay, we're gonna go a little bit faster. If you want to bring in the shakers, stand. If you want to grab one of these, that's up in the front here, you can. Now we'll do this all together. We'll go 2 times through Om Namah Shivaya. Then we'll do Shiva, Shiva, I believe 2 times. And then once through Hara and once through Shiva. Once through Hara. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Shiva, 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 Shivaya Namaha. Shiva, 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 Shivaya Namaha. Hara, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva, 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 Sara Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah From your heart. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva, 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 Shivaya Namo. Shiva, 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 Shivaya Namo. Hara, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva, 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 Hara Shivaya. Quietly in the feeling from your heart. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva, 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 Shivaya Namo. Shiva, 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 Shivaya Namo. Hara, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva, 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 Hara Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Just keep air conditioner is not quite in the same key as us. That's okay. Take a deep breath there. Sigh it out. So Shiva's all about clearing stuff out, getting rid of the excess, getting rid of what's not relevant anymore is probably a really good way to say it. And a lot of times the issues that happen with our voice are that there's actually stuff stuck, right? Like if we think energetically about this area of our throat, our fifth chakra, our throat chakra, a lot of times the issue is not that we don't have the sound, it's that there's something blocking the sound. It's almost like there's a hose that got tangled, right? So when we remove those blocks, we get rid of the stuff that's not relevant, stuff can flow through more easily. And maybe that's, I'm curious, I want to maybe hear from you guys. I'll share that my experience with especially this chant is that it's actually pretty vocally strenuous to go back and forth between those notes and keep doing it and do it over and over. And I get a little bit tired by the end. And yet it feels like this way to clear things out. So does anyone have any comments they want to share or questions? Yeah?
I felt the same way, like the vocally strenuous, and almost wish there was like an overlapping verse or something that was like counterbalance.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna stop this so people can see you. Yeah.
Shakti to the Shiva.
You needed some like balance in it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It gets exhausting. Yeah. So something that we can do, which I'm getting better at facilitating this whole thing, but also you guys can get a break by doing every other thing, right? You can just repeat and then you get to listen and repeat. So that's often the way that the Sanskrit works is that it's a sing along and that like the leader sings and then you sing and the leader sings and then you sing. We'll try it with this next one. We'll try it. I'll sing and you sing. See how it goes.
I think as well, there's always that push to be almost too loud instead of actually putting some control. Like with me, I just want to shout and then I end up getting straight.
Yeah, that's totally fair. Yeah, because we think like the best sound is the loudest sound, right? Yeah. Of course, I relate to that. Anything else? Yeah.
I noticed myself on the higher notes, like trying to change the shape of my throat, like reaching my head up, creating more space when I was going higher, and then kind of pulling in when I was trying to go lower.
Okay, yeah. So if people didn't hear that, there was a reaching up of the throat up here and then a pulling in to go lower. That's a very natural human thing to do, that we think if we stretch our throat up like this, we'll be able to hit a higher note. And in fairness, it does sort of stretch our vocal cords a little bit, which is what has to happen for a higher pitch. And then lower does sort of release our vocal cords a little bit. But the muscles that are in there are smarter than the big extrinsic movement of doing that, right? So to trust that we can just let stuff flow through and that the smaller stuff is taking care of it and we don't have to do excess effort is something we're playing with, right? You don't want to massage the front of your throat right now, shall we? So take your thumb and your other fingers and just gently draw your hands down the front of your throat. Like this. Good. And just, you can even have your lips together like you're making an M sound and just do a gentle sigh that descends as you do this. Almost like the type of sound that like, that feels good. Yeah, sometimes the act of devotion, our theme for the evening, and love has to do, because a lot of times devotion is about dedicating ourselves to something outside of us, but we can't do that until we take care of ourselves, right? So we have to go back in and make sure we're taking care of ourselves. Okay. Questions? So the next chant we're going to do is a very iconic chant in yoga that you may have done in the yoga class. It's a chant for peace. It's the Lokah, Samastah, Sukhino Bhavantu. So we will head over to the lyrics again. We're going to go here. Oh, thank you. That's fine. Absolutely. Sure. Yeah, if we want to. I mean, it's pretty warm in here, right? But you guys are okay? Okay. Okay. It might be nice. It's okay. You'd have to go out and talk to Brian about it. So if you don't want to do that, I don't blame you. Okay, well, I'll leave that up to you. Sound good? Okay, so we are going to do. Yeah, leave the AC on. Yeah, okay, we'll leave the AC on. So, Lokah, Samastah, Sukhino, Bhavantu. And yes, you can take a picture of Carolyn. And in fact, I've tasked these two with taking a picture. That's why, because I need a picture for the for the website. So, Lokah, Samastah, Sukhino, Bhavantu. The ba has a little bit of aspiration to it. Bhavantu. It's almost like you're saying P a little bit. So this is a big translation for a couple short words, right? Which Sanskrit words have a lot of meaning to them. You can say a lot about them. May all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to that happiness and to that freedom for all. So we're going to chant this very simply. It's going to go like this. Lokah, Samastah, Sukhino, Bhavantu. Lokah, Samastah, Sukhino, Bhavantu. Lokah, Samastah, Sukhino, Bhavantu. Lokah, Samastah, Sukhino, Bhavantu. Lokah, Samastah, Bhavantu. Lokah, Samastah, Sukhino, Bhavantu. Now, Gary, I may ask you to scoot over here, and when it's time, I'll nod at you, and you'll switch to the next page down to the next thing. So that's all good? Will be something you can do? Okay. Close your eyes. You can obviously peek if you need to look at the words, but we're just going to settle into this for a moment. You can sit, Gary, it's fine. Here we go. Lokah, Samastah, Sukhino, Bhavantu. 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 Lokah, Samastah, So gorgeous. Deep breath in, down to your heart. Sigh it out from your heart. One more time. This is the beautiful thing that gets created through our devotion is this vibration. It's so magic, it's so powerful. It's already there, right? We're just tapping into it and uncovering it and harmonizing with it. Thank you for your sounds. It's beautiful. We'll do one more that we've been doing the last couple of weeks since I've been leading this, which is a chant to Ganesh. I'll see. I think it's up higher. There it is. There's Ganesh, our elephant god. This is a really sweet chant to Ganesh. So we say Om, Hare Om, Hare Om, Hare Om. Say that with me. Om, Hare Om, Hare Om, Hare Om. Good. Hari, Hara, similar, different, right? Changes a lot when you change that vowel on the end. So it's more about praise and less about taking away, right? Sharanam Ganesha. Say that with me. Sharanam Ganesha. And Sharanam is like refuge or protector, which Ganesh is the elephant god, remover of obstacles, protector. And so we find refuge in Ganesha. And then we chant Ganesha's mantra, which is Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Yeah, good. Okay. That one again. Last time. Sharanam Ganesha, 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 Sharanam Ganesha. Sharanam Ganesha, 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 Sharanam Ganesha. That's part. Om Nam Ganapati Namaha. 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 Om Gam Ganapataye 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 Namaha. Om Hare Om Hare Om Hare Sharanam Ganesha, 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 Sharanam Ganesha. Sharanam Ganesha, 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 Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Gam 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 Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Hare Hare Sharanam Ganesha, 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 Sharanam Ganesha. Sharanam Ganesha, 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 Sharanam Ganesha. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Gam 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 Ganapataye 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 Namaha. Om Hare Om. Hare Om. All together. Om Hare Om. Hare Om. Your left hand over your heart and your right hand on top of your left hand. Breathing into the space 2 inches below your hands. And releasing from that place. Gently let your eyes flicker open as you open your arms wide and stretch open through your heart. In a way that feels good for you. Carry your mind out. 2 steps. Yeah, we're gonna click escape and then stop share. Good. Curl your body forward into this. I'm hugging the Ganesh belly in front of me. Good. And then open up wide again. Breath in. Any sound you want to make is welcome. And curl your body in. Hug yourself. Give yourself a good squeeze. Devotion for yourself. Stretch up and over to the right side. Moving from your heart. Awesome. Stretch up and over to the left side. Release your hands behind you, chest towards the ceiling. Inhale. Sigh it out, open up. Good, let's do our eating thing this time now on the other side of your cage. Other side. Tarzan on the back of your ribs. Tarzan on the front of your chest. Good, cheer, let's run on an M sound. Chew up. Chew down. Chew to the left. Chew to the right. Stick out your tongue, say ah. This time, just like Kali, like the goddess Kali, leave your tongue outside your mouth, shake it out. Okay, maybe Kali didn't do exactly that, but maybe she did. Massage your jaw. Massage your temples. Massage your scalp around on your skull. That's so my favorite part. Oh my god. Yes. And then just gentle strokes down the front of your neck with that humming that we did. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. Namaste. Does anyone have anything they want to share or speak about before we part ways? Any final vibrations in this circle that we want to bring in? You're welcome. Thank you. Yeah, this is new for me to offer this, and yeah, some of you have been following things for a while, and some of you, this is the first time we're meeting together this way, and thank you for being here. It's really special to me too. It's been a recent discovery how much I wanted to do this, so thank you for being part of it. Yeah, amazing. So everyone have a beautiful evening. Thank you for sharing your voices with us and the world. The world needs your voice matters. And take your devotion out and rest well this evening and move through the world beautifully this week. And if you'd like to join again, we're starting Wednesdays next week. So it'll be Wednesdays starting October 4th. Yeah, you can just send me a message, but it's same place, same time, different day. Amazing. Thank you, Elizabeth. So good to see you. Mwah. All right. We are complete. Thanks all for watching at home.